Okay, we're live recording. This line that we just passed over, that's the movement area line. So I was not allowed to come out here until after we got that clearance from ground.
Got it. And if you would have done it anyway, he would have yelled at you over the radio?
That's an incident, yep. That's he's probably going to start talking the radio for, Cessna on Taxiway Alpha. Come talk to me, please. They're going to give me a number to call, and I'm going to have a lot of paperwork. Okay, so steering this guy is pretty easy. I can just kind of gently push on the bottom, and it'll kind of torque the wheel. Most of the actual steering force is done with the brakes, so I can just gently rock back and forth what I need to do. What I'd like you to do is taxi us down all the way to the end of this taxiway. So I'm going to let you take control, your aircraft.
My aircraft?
Just keep us kind of on that yellow line. Now, if you're really mean to someone, when you start taxiing, you start doing this. And like every time you turn left, you turn left. Every time you turn right, you turn right. And then you let them do it, and you let them do this, but you just do the opposite with the foot pedals to whatever they do up here. Instant panic. It's hilarious. We're approaching runway 3, which we've been authorized to cross. So we're going to proceed directly across to runway 3. Visual inspection tells me that we don't got anyone out here, which is good. The helicopter down there, but he's having fun. So this is a bunch of firefighting equipment that's in helping fight the fires right now.
I see. It's actually not that easy, because it's very delayed somehow.
Right?
It's very different from a car.
Yeah, this guy wasn't meant to go on the ground. In the air, it's going to feel a lot different. You're going to get pretty quick authority on what you ask for. So while you're doing that, I'm going to play with my setup. Where's my GPS? Come on, you stupid bastard. Okay, 513 Romeo, please connect. Air. Yes. Ah, there we go. Okay. Now I'm getting my good GPS information.
Just keep going straight?
Yep, keep going straight. So what we're doing, we're going to go all the way down to what's called the run-up area. Up here, you're going to see this big open area on the right. We're going to turn over to it, come almost to the grass, turn around and kind of face towards the runway, and we're going to do an engine checkout. Basically, we're going to put the engine through its paces, because if it's going to die on us, I really want it to die here, not when we get out there.
Makes sense.
We're going to that little parking area over there. So, take a right turn. Yep.
Sure.
Okay, so press a little bit on both brakes. We're going to slow down a little bit, and I want you to put us like almost 180 degrees left, really hard left. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, straighten out a little bit. Beautiful, and stop. Wonderful, perfect. Okay, my aircraft?
Your aircraft?
Beautiful. Okay, so we're now going to do our run-up checklist. Parking brake, set and test. We don't go anywhere, that's good. Toe brakes, we've already set. Seatbelts, verify on. Doors, closed and locked. Fuel selectors on both. Trim for takeoff. Saying right to that guy with that little indicator. Circuit breakers, still in. Haven't started an electrical fire, that's a good thing. Flight controls, free and correct. So now we're going to check to make sure the controls do what I expect. That one does what I expect. That one does what I expect. That makes us go up, that makes us go down, that's left, and that's right. Beautiful. So all the controls do what I want. We're going to take our mixture. We're going to do one full turn. We're going to throttle all the way up to 1700 RPM. We're going to lean this guy out until the engine starts to sputter, and we're going to do 1.5 turns in after that. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. 3 half turns. Engine temperature in the green. Engine pressure, oil pressure in the green. Fuel level selections on both and good. Tachometers holding stable. We're going to pull the carburetor heat. We expect 30 RPM drop-ish. I saw about that much, so we're good. We're going to turn off our left magnetos. We're going to see a drop in the engine because I just killed half the engine. We're going to go back to both. We're going to go to right magnetos. I see a drop. We go back to both. Engine returns to a healthy condition. They are within 50 RPM of each other, so that's good. Ammeters neutral are charging, and we have 14 volts. Suction in the green. This is the suction pulling our vacuum on our things like our gyroscopics for our compass and such. We're going to loosen the throttle, pull all the way out, and we want it to stay above 500. It stays above 500, so we're going to turn it to a nice idle of 1,000. Primer, in and locked. My friend forgot to do that once. It was fun. Windows closed and locked. Transponder on altitude. Lights as needed. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to go flying.
Hey!
Yay! So, we are now talking to the tower frequency. There's like no one out here. What boring shit is this? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go position myself just short of the runway threshold. And from there, we'll ask them to depart.
So what we are on right now is just a taxiway.
This is a taxiway, that's correct. So when we get out here...
5 Charlie Charlie, if you're able to short approach, I can make you number 1 for runway 12 left, or you can be number 2, or number 1 for runway 12 right with a normal base.
He did not get a call back, that's...
There's 5 Charlie Charlie, make short approach, number 1, runway 12 left, clear to land.
Metro Tower, Cessna 5138 Romeo is short of 12 left for northbound departure.
Runway 12 left, clear to land, report in sight.
Metro Tower, 5138 Romeo.
Cessna 5138 Romeo, Metro Tower.
38 Romeo is holding short of 12 left for northbound departure, sir.
Cessna 5138 Romeo, hold short, runway 12 left.
Hold short, 12 left, 38 Romeo.
So it's him and I just acknowledging like we know where each other is. This guy's coming in fun. That is not how you do a base turn.
Can we please not do that?
We are not going to do what he just did. He did...
Cessna 775, cancel landing clearance, traffic will be holding in position.
It seems sketchy.
Yeah, that was not cool. Like, he's clearly...
Cessna 38 Romeo, runway 12 left, line up and wait, traffic 3 mile final Cessna.
Line up and wait, 12 left, 38 Romeo.
So they're doing something fun. Aha. He's putting me on the runway while someone else is on the runway, so the moment he's off, I get to go before this guy tries to land on top of us. I love flying GA.
Cirrus 5 Charlie Charlie, turn left when able, contact ground point 7. Cessna 775, you missed a call there. I'd let you know there's traffic holding in position. Cessna 38 Romeo, runway 12 left, clear for takeoff, on course approved.
Takeoff 12 left, 38 Romeo, on course approved.
Cessna 775, traffic rolling ahead, runway 12 left, clear to land, wind 0404.
Okay, so our speedometer is alive. We're waiting for about 60 knots, now we're going to rotate. We're going to gently pull back. We are airborne.
Oh, wow.
We're going to climb at 70 knots initially. Sorry, 60 knots initially.
Tenson 657 Charlie Metro.
And level back off.
Enter left base, runway 12 left.
So this guy's being boring with us today. He's already given me my clearance to turn. So at this point, we're basically just...
657 Charlie, altitude indicate 6,600. Thank you. Traffic 12 o'clock and 2 miles northbound, 7,700.
We're basically just flying the runway heading a bit. It's a safe place for me to be.
November Golf Metro Tower, altitude your discretion. Continue on the right base, runway 12 left.
We're going to climb up out of here till we get about 1,000 feet of altitude, at which point then we will turn left and start heading up towards Boulder. At some point he's going to come back in and tell me frequency change approved, which basically means nothing today.
That's a 775, turn left to taxiway Bravo, contact ground point 7.
I am not hearing that guy's callbacks.
Yeah, I was about to say, he did not respond, right?
Yeah, I don't know if he's on a different frequency. It could be the tower's talking out two frequencies.
775, negative, turn left at Bravo.
But listening on both.
I see.
They have a north and south frequency these days, so things get kind of weird. Okay, we're going to start our left turn northbound.
Lotus 2 November Golf, runway 12 left, clear, land number 1.
So, that's the airport we just departed from. These bumps we're feeling right now is because we're passing over areas of warm and cold ground. So you get a thermal and it just kind of lifts you up over it and you go out of it and you drop a little bit. It's just light chop you're always going to expect in a small aircraft. We're climbing about 500 feet a minute. Nice healthy climb rate. Engine is healthy. We're going to tune her for a little bit more performance. My exhaust gas temperature could be a little bit higher, which is always nice.
How fast are we going right now?
We're going about 80 knots, which is approximately 90 miles per hour over the air.
It feels pretty slow, but I guess it's just because it's a smaller aircraft.
Yep. Ground speed.
Crazy how little runway you need with an airplane this small.
It's funny because my dad actually comments the exact opposite of, Jesus Christ, you guys take forever to get off the ground, because we're at 6,000 feet of altitude. Like, we are high up. So, there's an aircraft ahead to our left-ish. Actually, it's a bird, I just pointed out. Yep, that's definitely a bird. That's an eagle.
Wow, that's a big bird.
That is a big bird. Do you see that, Laura?
Oh yeah. Oh.
We're going to pass right by to the left of him. He's just chilling out in the thermal. That's a bald eagle.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's so beautiful.
Hi, guy.
Do you see them often here or not really?
I had to dodge one on takeoff when I was a student pilot. That was fun. So, we got someone about 2 miles, 800 feet below us off that direction. I'm not concerned about it, but I don't see him, which I never like, but whatever. So, this roadway coming up along our left,
it's there.
Yep, is 36. Oh, good eye, thank you. No factor. This city up ahead, that's Boulder.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. So what we're going to do, we're still in this guy's airspace. We're going to level off right here. We're going to fly straight towards Boulder.
How do you tell that you're not climbing anymore? Are you looking for the vertical speed?
Yep, so this is my absolute altitude. This is my change in altitude over time.
Very misleading.
Like, just like from my feeling, I was like, oh, we're already level.
Nope.
Or you pulled it down.
So, one of the things they got to teach you as a student pilot is when to trust the ground and when to trust your instruments.
Yeah.
You could go into a cloud right now and I could get us back on that runway. I'm going to be nervous as hell, but I could do it.
Yeah. This is amazing, I love it.
Oh, I love getting up here. Okay, so we are just passing out of that guy's airspace. I don't expect him to tell me anything.
Wait, you said you expect him or you don't expect him?
Sometimes they tell you, sometimes they don't.
I see.
It's kind of weird. He doesn't have to do it. We're going to jump frequencies because I don't have to. Testing, 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 testing. There we go. I just turned the squelch up a little bit so we don't have to deal with that so much. Okay, so off to our right, we have the Boulder Power Plant. Directly above that is a runway. Maybe twice the distance of the pond. Yeah, a long road runway. Directly south of that, towards us, that's where BCT is.
I see. The runway a different airport or what is it?
That's a different airport. That's the Boulder Municipal Airport. That's an untowered airport.
Oh, that's the one you pointed up.
Yep. Directly. Pardon, Laura?
Wave to EM.
You're going to have to speak up a little bit. You're chopping out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I was just about to say that we can wave to EM2 because it's down there.
Yes, we can. So this is what many of us jokingly refer to as the People's Republic of Boulder. Kind of directly ahead and under our nose now is the Colorado University, down there as well.
Yep.
A rather big campus. Directly off our wing is where YAM2 is.
Oh, is that BCT, the buildings here?
No.
Oh.
If you look at the runway,
yeah,
it's like just south of it. It's really, really close.
Oh, I see. Okay. Climbing or anything like that? Do you need to announce it or can you just do it?
So it's gonna just, this is the thing. This up and down.
2.19 is taking off, glider until Boulder.
Is generally how we control airspeed. This guy controls altitude. It's paradoxical compared to what you're used to on a plane. Or sorry, a car.
I see.
So what we just heard was someone calling out on that airfield. They're taking off with a glider. So we're gonna go look at him. Back to our right, Laura. That building up there, like almost right behind us right now, that's where Jen parks to go bat monitoring. These hills are where she monitors the bats out of the cave.
Oh, that's so cool. We went up hiking there last.
Yep. It's a great place to go. Tons of great stuff up here.
See him taking off?
Say what?
See him taking off?
Oh, he's already in the air now.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for him. We got another plane up here.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like most of the traffic you see out here, we're just kind of avoiding each other. Like, you know, just keeping an eye out. He's like 2,000 feet below us, kind of directly east of the airfield. I don't see him.
Oh, me neither.
So this kind of big body of the water forward to our right, that's the Boulder Reservoir. That's where my wife worked for a while, doing boat inspections before she started working for the state.
I see. That's a reservoir for drinking water, I assume?
That is the reservoir for drinking water for the city behind us, yes.
I see.
Much faster than by car.
Right? Well, the problem is, like, look how long it took us to get going. Like, that was not a particularly abbreviated procedure today, but I can't really make it that much faster. Like, you have to be slow, careful, methodical. So a lot of the bumps we're feeling right now is just the wind coming off the mountains, and as it settles out of all this rough terrain to the nice smooth plains, it just tends to move around a little bit. If you guys get a little motion sickness, let me know. We can move out away from the mountains.
Okay.
This is just a pretty place to fly. Oh, glider. Paraglider.
Ah.
You guys see it?
Yep. I saw him.
Do you see him, Laura?
Yeah, I saw him.
That's cool. Those guys don't have to have radios, so we don't get to talk to them.
Can you see those on the radar? Or
Nope. It doesn't show up anything.
looks a little smoky to the left. I mean, just like,
Yep.
I guess that's where the Wi-Fi's are.
The haze, yeah. Oh, that gets thick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're having fun today. So we just tuned into Longmont. This is the tower, the airport I learned to fly at.
Okay.
And there are 4 people in the pattern right now.
Yeah, so they're busy.
Just a little bit.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 5 Delta Mike on a departure leg of run 1, staying in the pattern.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 738 Bravo Juliet, entering left base for 11, touch and go, Longmont.
And so that's those guys talking to each other, declaring where they are and what they're doing.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 5 Delta Mike, turning left crosswind, runway 11, full stop, Longmont.
So are they in a waiting pattern, basically, or what are they?
So it's called the traffic pattern.
Okay.
So that's the airport. It's just down there. And basically it's a circuit. A 4-leg circuit.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 5 Delta Mike, turning left downwind for runway 11, full stop,
So
Longmont.
what it is they're always taking left turns.
I see.
So you take off, you take one left turn, that's your crosswind. You do another left turn and you fly all the way down. That's your downwind. You take another left. That's your base. A final left lines you back up with the runway, and that's you turning final. So if you watch really carefully, there's a little tiny white dot approaching that runway right now. That's the guy on final.
Don't think I can see it.
It's hard. You gotta know exactly where to look right now. He's small for us. He's about to be in that final grass field before the runway. He's just passing those trees.
Ah, yeah, I see him.
Now he's on.
I can see him.
Yep. So he's on very short final. Probably about 50 feet off the ground. On the runway threshold. 4,000 feet below us.
Colorado looks a lot drier from up above.
Yup.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 5 Delta Mike, turning left base, runway 11, full stop, Longmont.
So, Matthias, would you like to fly for a bit?
Sure, if you tell me how.
Okay, so.
732 departing runway 11, Longmont.
Turn them off. So, flying is kind of like driving a car, except there's an up and down. So don't worry about your feet. I'm going to handle that for you today. All I'm doing is I'm keeping this ball centered.
Okay.
I'm just keeping you so you're moving through the airstream in a nice level manner.
Okay.
If you want to turn left, you roll left.
Okay.
If you come back and kind of level this guy off, you're going to maintain that bank until you correct back out of it.
Got it. So I got it. Okay.
So this is not it's not like a steering wheel where this is a right turn. That's inducing a right roll.
Got it.
You pull back, and the nose goes up.
Yep.
You push forward, the nose goes down.
Oh, okay.
If you push forward enough, you can push us to weightlessness, and we can do that if you guys would like to try it today.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, let's not do that.
Okay, just offering. Zero G is fun, but yeah, it makes my stomach nervous after a while. Anyway, Matthias, your aircraft.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft.
Okay. What can I do?
Anything you want. Don't run into nothing. We're about 4,000 feet off the ground, so you're
Okay,
not going to be able to hit something very quickly.
So I'll do a roll to the right.
Okay.
Longmont traffic, Sailcraft 732, turning downwind from crosswind 11, Longmont.
So, really interesting effect of flying. When you went to that turn, you started losing 500 feet a minute.
Because
Because your lift vector is now pointing this way, which means your component of verticality decreased.
wow.
So, what they have you do as a actual pilot is when you do a turn, you actually pull back a little bit to
To maintain the height.
maintain the height. So let's try that. Let's try a left turn. And as we begin to turn, we're going to notice this guy start to dip. And we're going to pull back a little bit to maintain that to nice and zero.
Okay.
As a student pilot, you're expected to demonstrate 360-degree maneuvers with plus or minus 50 feet of drift. So they give you a little bit of slack, but only like halfway between one of these numbers.
Not easy.
By the time you're doing it, it feels easy. Like, you're just flying. It's, to me, like, I'm not thinking about flying. It's like driving a car. It's really complicated when you first try.
Yeah, it's definitely not very easy right now.
So, as a suggestion, don't fly here. Fly with the pads of your fingers, just like this. It doesn't take much, because my aircraft.
Your aircraft.
Okay, so this doesn't do much very quickly.
I see.
It's not going to get out of control from you. Just keep giving it the input until you get what you want. And then you can just like gently let it sit there and then go back. So your aircraft,
My aircraft.
it's a nice gentle hold, about that much pressure.
Delta Mike, we're going to be exiting.
Okay. Can I do a roll to the left?
whatever you want. You're in charge. My job up here is to make sure that you don't go any place unsafe or dangerous.
Okay.
You're not near anything we have to worry about. This area up here is actually designed for maneuvering for student pilots to come practice. So we're in a good place to be right now. We got no traffic near us. You got no trees to hit, no mountains to hit for a good like 10 miles. This lake up ahead of us, Laura?
Yeah.
That's where I've been learning to wakeboard.
Ooh, nice.
It hurts when you fall.
Do they have one of those lines that can like pull you?
Yeah, they have a motorboat. My friend's parents do.
Oh, that's so cool.
We go up jet skiing there like once every 2 years. It's a blast. Oh, that's cool. Someone's giving me a GoPro mount.
I feel like I'm always a little bit drifting. Is that you or is that?
Nope, that's you. So, level flight is defined as a series of pitches, rolls, and corrections to maintain level altitude. The plane always wants to move somewhere. You're moving through a liquid mass.
Yeah.
And so it wants to do stuff. And so to maintain like straight and level, I'm constantly doing little tiny corrections. For you, it feels like it's always a little bit out of control because you don't have that intuitive nature built to like help you do it. Don't worry so much about it like doing the right stuff on the instruments. Enjoy the view, enjoy getting to play with it. I'll tell you if you're in a bad place. We got plenty of altitude. We're not near anything you can't steer into. Go wherever you want to look.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 730 Delta is downwind 11, a beam 29, Longmont.
Longmont traffic, Skyhawk 6694 Echo taxiing from the ramp to runway 11, Longmont.
You sometimes go flying alone.
I usually don't unless I have to renew my currency. This is a lot more fun for me.
Yeah, I can imagine. Must get a little boring if you're alone for.
Once you get tuned in and get this aircraft nice and like level and where it wants to go, you can practically fall asleep. The other one has an autopilot. And you can actually just let it go. It's, This is much more fun.
So Matthias, do you have to do a pilot's license now?
Maybe. It's pretty cool, but it's also kind of nerve-wracking. I feel like it's actually a very undangerous situation, but it's definitely a very different feeling if you're in control.
Yep.
Yep. Alright. Can I do another roll to the right?
You're good to go. So what we're doing right now is you're actually controlling 2 of your 3 axes. I'm on the rudder pedals doing your corrections down here.
Okay.
If you're in full control, you'd be doing all 3.
Okay.
It's one of those things like, it's weird, but your brain just sort of gets used to it. It's just this naturally intuitive correction you're constantly doing.
Yeah, it's definitely, like, for me, it's, like, compared to driving a car, it's definitely very different. Like, I'm kind of happy I only have, like, 2 degrees of honestly.
No worries.
Does it feel like flying in GTA?
Maybe a little bit. How much do you do scanning? Like when you're flying straight, do you look and like try to keep an eye out to the left and to the
I don't have to really look out for much because there's not much ahead of us. I'm watching this guy right now because he's about 5 nautical miles off our wing at our altitude, And not really on like a collision course, but certainly heading in our direction. So like, we're just trying to find him.
So should I do something?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Trust me, I will tell you long before you gotta do anything. That's a quick boy. That's a commercial airline flying about 10,000 feet over our head right now.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's a lot fast.
Yeah, he is hauling butt.
Is there like an altitude that you're aiming for typically when you're flying, or?
It depends. If you're cross-country flying, you generally fly, what is it, east is least, west is best. So when you're flying eastwards, you pick an odd altitude plus 500 feet. When you're flying westward, you pick an even altitude plus 500 feet.
I see.
But that's for cross-country flying. Out here, it's just kind of whatever you want to do.
Okay. And I roll to the left.
Go for it.
I have to worry about this traffic that I'm seeing.
No, he's fine. He's turning right now. Looks like he's up sightseeing too.
Okay. Then I hand it back to you.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft.
My aircraft.
Whew. It's awesome, but it's also kind of like I'm definitely not that relaxed when I'm flying.
Right?
I have the video of you flying, no worries.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. When you get your license, do you have to go by yourself?
Oh yeah, so you do your first 20-ish hours with an instructor, after which you do what's called soloing, where you are the pilot in command aboard the aircraft, but you don't have passengers.
Okay.
So they send you up on your own, 20
Oh,
hours in. At 40 hours, you can take the test to get your license. So it's about halfway through the process when you really start getting to do that.
I see. There's even like a marina or something. Sail.
There's a lot more lakes than I expected.
Yeah.
East Noco Airport at 150 feet AGL, 1/2 mile west-southwest, Noco Airport at 200 feet AGL. VFR aircraft requesting practice instrument approaches, contact Denver approach on 127.05. Hazardous weather information for Colorado and surrounding states available through flight service. Advise on initial contact you have hotel. Noco Airport Information Hotel 2056 Zulu weather. Be advised, Noco Tower is in operation on 118.4, ground control frequency 121.65. Wind 200 at 5, visibility 10, sky clear below 12,000. Temperature 19er, 2.1, altimeter 3022. Visual approach, runway 15 is in use. Notice to airmen, cranes in operation, 1.3 miles east-northeast Noco Airport at 190 feet AGL, 1.9 miles southeast Noco Airport at 150 feet AGL, 1/2 mile west-southwest Noco Airport at 200 feet AGL. VFR aircraft requesting practice instrument approaches, contact Denver approach on 127.05. Hazardous weather information for Colorado and surrounding states available through flight service. Advise on initial contact you have hotel.
That airport is not like I remember it. They didn't used to have a tower.
Which one is it?
That's the guy behind us.
I see.
I'm not gonna go there.
What's the button on this?
That's your push to talk to other aircraft.
Ah, I see.
That's what I've been doing over here when I've been wanting to talk to them.
I got it, okay.
It's so crazy.
Hey, what?
It's definitely hazy.
It's so beautiful and hazy.
Yup.
Makes the light kind of, yeah, nice.
I love this feature.
What is it doing now?
So I just told it to take us directly to Longmont. Laura, would you like to get a chance to get up front and fly today?
To be honest, not really.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I enjoy the view. I don't buy it.
That's perfectly fine by me. I just want to make sure the offer was there.
Thanks for offering.
Is this basically the throttle, or?
Okay, so we have carburetor heat, throttle, mixture.
I see.
So I pull out carburetor heat whenever we're out of the green band just to make sure we don't get carb ice. I've never had that happen, but you know, always nice to not have to worry about it.
Is the green band where you want to be, or what?
Yep. That's power.
I see.
Is turning left, crosswind 11, departing.
This is throttle, and I have a little wheel up here that I can turn to like do a friction lock.
I see.
So here, try turning that friction lock and pulling back a little bit.
It's going to enter on a
Yep.
left space for full stop.
I see.
Longmont air traffic, Telegraph 732.
That's a throttle.
From crosswind, looking for
Got
the
it.
RV.
And the mixture is just how much fuel versus air, or?
Helicopter, forgot about you. I'll make
Exactly what that is.
Okay.
West here. I'll be looking for you too.
How do you tune this one?
Pardon?
How do you tune the mixture?
So in is more fuel, and that's a clockwise turn. Pulling it out or turning it left is how you get more air compared to fuel.
Okay.
When we're ready to turn the engine off, this is actually how we're going to kill the engine. We're just going to depress this button, pull it all the way out, and the engine runs out of gas.
I see.
We tune it until my exhaust gas temperature is nice and like, you know, in the range where I want it.
Oh, I see.
And that's what I was doing on the ground, is I turn it left, 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 so I was starving it of fuel until my RPM started to drop.
I
When
see.
that happens, I give it 1, 2, 3 half
Then you have
turns.
like a good.
Nice, good place for the engine to be.
Got it.
I just gave it a little bit of a turn so that we get a little bit more gas per air. The gas actually cools the engine off.
Oh, okay.
So it's not as clean a burn anymore, but it keeps the engine a little bit cooler, which is always nice. We just want to be careful not to do it too much, because you can soot the engine up that way. So we're going to climb back up again. I'll let us kind of drift down just because I wanted to get us a little bit close to some of the cool stuff here. We're going to kick back up over Boulder and Longmont. We're going to go head south of our airport now.
Okay.
And we're going to see if we can see like the Red Rocks Amphitheater. That one's fun to see. We can see the cooler sphere.
732 turning final, 11, Longmont. Longmont traffic, 22 Delta, left crosswind, 11. So far, B, 3, thanks, Telegraph. No problem, have a good one.
Without the GPS, would you know how to get back to the airport?
It's not hard. I'd follow the road. So there's lots of different things I could do. If I lost GPS, one of the things we could actually do, even there, oh, they probably don't even have that anymore. We used to have RNAV transponders that we could tune this guy to and follow a radio beacon all the way in.
Oh, I see.
Basically, it's a radio beacon that has 360 radial antennas around the outside. And so it beacons out one pulse and then has a delayed offset, a phase offset, along each of the antenna. And so your aircraft can interpret that. You can tune it to what you expect to be off that radio, and then this bar will move based on it.
Oh, so you can kind of like use that to navigate.
This is on GPS right now, so it wants me to go to the left because it thinks we want to go towards Longmont.
I see.
But we're not going towards Longmont, so we don't care. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to cut between the mountains and an airport. And we're going to come along and come basically the same way we came in. Just trying to avoid their traffic and not be a bother to them.
I see.
I don't want to go too far west because we start getting into that upside down wedding cake thing. And you can go under it no problem. But they're about to drop some skydivers.
Oh, I see.
Traffic, 2 Delta, turning base, 1-1.
Oh, so they tell you where to drop them, or?
Departing 1-1.
Oh, that guy right there.
Ah, I see.
So we're up here, traveling down, so he's like that way to us. We'll chill out for a minute. We might get to see some parachutes. Or if they do it wrong, some splats. But yeah, they tell you before
I see.
skydiving. One of the ways you approach an airport very commonly is what's called a midfield overfly. So you fly straight over the runway, then you turn into the pattern. Well, if there's skydivers coming down, they really don't want you to do that.
Okay.
So they want you to not fly over the airfield, which is what he just announced.
That's controlled by the tower as well, or who is?
Not a tower, that was another aircraft making that call out. The skydiving plane itself.
Got it.
So he's climbing like a bastard right now, trying to get altitude for his little human missiles. So that they can get, you know, a minute or two of free fall out of it before they pop their parachutes. Very fun, by the way. Would recommend trying once.
I have not done that, actually. I feel like I would be terrified getting out. I think once you free fall, it's probably fine, but just like jumping out of an airplane seems very unintuitive.
Well, don't worry. Once you've seen the aircraft, you'll be happy you're jumping out.
Longmont air traffic, aircraft 732 turning downwind from crosswind 11 Longmont.
What did I just say?
Turning left downwind from crosswind. So he was up, he had turned crosswind, and now he's going back away from the runway to turn around to come landing. And he's just telling where he is in the pattern.
I see.
And then he will announce when the people are actually jumping.
Oh, no, that's someone in the pattern. That's a plane using the runway.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to actually hear the drop signal.
Longmont traffic, skydiving in progress, East Caution away to reflect Longmont.
That's the drop. That's him dropping people. So we're actually at like the perfect point to see it. So you're not going to see them falling. They're too tiny. You're going to see the parachutes open. And they should open about our altitude, or a little bit higher.
How high was he when he was dropping?
Oh God, he's like 8,000 feet over us right now. He's up there.
Okay, so very high.
Yeah, he's at like 16,000 feet. When I say climb like a madman, he is really climbing.
air traffic, aircraft 732, turning base, 11 Longmont.
That's another guy down the pattern down bottom. A helicopter, I think. That's cool.
Longmont traffic, 22 Delta turning left, crosswind, 11, full, touch and go.
I love student pilots. They're always so jittery.
Longmont air traffic, aircraft turning final, 11 Longmont, full stop.
Oh, yeah, I see him turning final. That's cool. So we're about to pass over the center line. The parachuters should be directly over the airfield, maybe a little bit favoring that direction.
I see.
Kind of away from us.
I see them.
Pardon?
I see them.
You do?
No, I don't.
Oh.
But they should still be going, right?
Oh, yeah. They dropped for like a minute or two. They're only falling at like 900 feet a minute, I think.
Oh,
Sorry. No, I think they're falling like 4,000 feet a minute. They're falling pretty quick. But still, it'll take them a minute or two before they get here.
Ooh, I think I see something. Left. Yeah, I think it's a parachute.
Yep, I definitely see. I agree.
Yeah.
Black. Just leveled out. You should see about
Oh, yeah, I see it.
maybe a half dozen to a dozen of them, depending on how many they took up.
One.
Good eye, Laura. There's another one.
Ooh, yeah.
There's another one, a third one. Gonna tilt up to give us a little better view. So I see 3 so far. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn back for a second.
I didn't know that they would jump over an airfield. Kind of.
Well, think about it. Once you land, you want to go do it again. Why not go right back to the airport? So what it is, they stay south of the airfield. They try to anyway. I've had the wind blow them.
Clear at Alpha 2.
I've had them fly up over the runway on me before. It's mildly terrifying as a student.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because, like, what do? Do you fly over them? Do you fly under them? They're going to make all kinds of a tangled mess if they hit the prop. That was cool.
Yeah.
Longmont traffic, 125, about Mike mile north out of 11,000. It's 6,600 will be at 45 midfield balance for 11 full stop Longmont.
So, did you hear all that?
Traffic, 22 Delta turning base.
I heard it, but I cannot understand it.
So, he announced Longmont traffic, 5 Papa Mike, altitude indicate 10,500, I believe, where he was, north of the airfield, crossing through this altitude, what altitude he was destined for, and that he was going to make left traffic for runway 11. Basically telling everyone, this is who I am, this is where I am, this is my intention.
I see.
Which, when you're not used to it, sounds like gibberish.
Yeah, like, I was about to say, I find it very hard to understand what people say on the radio. I guess it gets easier with practice, I would imagine.
When you know what they're going to say, like, he's going to give me an altitude, he's going to give me a position, he's going to give me a runway he's going for. So there's only like 3 things of all those words I care about.
Yeah.
So Laura, let's go look at NTS.
Yeah.
I forgot we had this up here. Okay, I want to stay below 10,000. Someone just crossing the threshold coming into land,
Oh, yeah, I see it.
and he's just rotating touchdown. Now you see those kind of like a dirt patch just south of the runway? You got the runway, the taxiway, and then like dirt?
Yeah.
That's where the skydivers are aiming for.
I see, okay.
Okay.
So they're clear of the airfield, like they're not right
Yeah.
over it.
That's a narrow target, though.
That's their drop zone, yep. So if you look at the runway, there's a big building directly between us and it.
Yep.
That's Seagate's primary design center where they program the hard drives. That was the first
Oh,
building
I
I
see.
worked in when I moved out here to Colorado.
Oh, cool, okay.
And that guy's back off the runway.
What was it? Was it the airplane that just got down, or is it?
Yep. He touched the runway, put his wheels down, powered back up, and then just took right back off again. It's a touch and go.
Okay. Is it to practice, or why is he doing it?
Practice. Your currency requires a certain number of takeoffs and landings in a certain amount of time.
Oh, I see.
So you tend to do a lot of touch and go, touch and go, touch and go, touch and go.
And that technically counts as like landing if you touch.
For the purposes of daytime currency, yes. For the purposes of nighttime currency, all the wheels have to get down and you must come to a full stop.
I see.
Then you may proceed again.
Okay.
But no, as far as they are concerned, a landing is an approach to a runway where all the wheels touch to the ground. So this guy's going to come up, he's eventually going to take a left turn. The skydiving plane is down, and I actually see a parachute right over the airfield right now.
Crosswind 11.
So the plane beats the skydivers to the ground.
I see.
He goes down quick.
I definitely see the airplane, but I cannot see the skydiver.
I lost track of him too. Oh, no, I can kind of see him when they cross the runway. The problem is they blend in. Yeah, I've lost track of him. I'll call it out if I see it again.
So I think I see the other plane below us.
Yep. Hello, little plane. Okay, Laura, so we just passed over 287. We're kind of paralleling a main road that goes east of town and goes like snaking up ahead of us.
Yeah.
That's 119.
Okay, so NTS is somewhere on the left before us, or?
Yep, we're gonna drop a little altitude. Okay, so this is gonna be a little fun. We're doing what's called a slip. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the aircraft and we're gonna push my side into the airstream. So I'm kicking us really hard right, and what I'm doing is I'm using the side of my aircraft as a brake. And we're losing like 2,000 feet a minute right here. This is a great way to quickly drop down. Because I wanted to get up over the airfield. And now we're gonna gently correct back out. And recover to normal level flight. Okay, Laura, so out our left, we have kind of this baseball park and soccer pitch field.
Yeah.
And then we follow that road up. That's the business park where NTS is.
Yeah, I see it.
So we have like those like automotive dealerships.
I can't really.
Pardon?
I can't really tell which building it is yet.
Yeah, I'm trying to picture which building we were in. Not that one. That one's got too many bays in it. Okay, you see that building with all like the bays of trucks?
Yeah.
It's the one just beyond that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, there was this field left to it, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
There's a bigger one up here.
Oh yeah.
The commercial one.
Yep. Yeah, we can't even catch up to him if we wanted.
So fast.
Final 11 full stop.
Yeah, I can see where I was parking every day the last week. can tell way better from up here which buildings are like artificially watering everything.
It really stands out. There's an aircraft about 2 nautical miles that way. I do not see him.
Traffic, we're on a 125 Pop Mike, we're taking on 11 for departure by 22 Delta.
How many miles is a nautical?
It is, what is it, 1 second of separation at the equator? It's approximately a mile. They're close enough. They're within like 10-20% of each other. Now here's the stupid thing. Everything in aviation is done in nautical miles per hour, nautical miles of separation, except for weather. That we do in statute miles. I love my country. If we're going to do something stupid, we're going to do it stupid the entire time.
I didn't realize how much water is out here. Now I get where Michael's fly fishing.
Right? Come on. Oh, there he is. I see 17 Yankee.
I'm on traffic, I'm on ground, Diamond 5 Nord Delta, taxiing via Alpha, to runway 11, Longmont.
See that guy straight ahead of us?
Oh yeah, now I can see him.
He is no factor.
Interesting because you have to kind of like so many more possibilities when like in 3 days compared to in a street.
Yep. It's a lot you gotta watch out for.
How much range does it have, the plane? Like we have barely lost any.
I want to say it's like 6 or 7 hours of duration.
Oh wow, okay.
I never really had to pay attention to it much just because I never got to fly that far. We burn about 8 gallons of fuel an hour, we got 38 gallons, so...
Okay. 8 gallons an hour.
Yeah, probably like 6-7 hours. Yeah, he's a skydiving plane, he is climbing. Boy, is he climbing.
Oh, so you think you picked someone else up and now he's going back up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When they have a good day, they will rotate through very rapidly.
Is there vertical speed as well on the iPad?
I can't see his vertical speed, but he's 800 feet above us.
I see.
Now 900, and we're climbing at 500 a minute, so we're no slouch. But he can climb really quick.
Kind of hard to tell that he's so much higher than us.
Yeah, it's super hard to tell. Is it easier to fly like a airplane, or does it not make a
A plane or a what?
a newer one, like one that has been built more recently? Like say one like a very new one.
It's different. I have flown newer, peppier aircraft, and they feel like they're out of control. I'm just like, we are going way too fast, and I'm turning way too quickly. Like, what the hell's going on?
Okay.
Like, it's like how you feel flying right now is how I feel flying that thing. Like, I like it. I'd love to get up in a Cirrus R22 sometime. Those things are beautiful aircraft. Very, very expensive. Like $600,000.
Oh, wow.
But they are very quick. They are very peppy. A lot of fun to fly. They don't have a yoke. They have a joystick that's offset. Like it'd be over here. It'd be over here for you. It's really cool. By the way, let me know if you want to fly again. Like, I'm happy to do sightseeing. I'm happy to let you take control. Whatever you want to do.
I would go again.
Okay, your aircraft.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft. So this time we're actually flying towards something important. So we want to do about a 20-degree turn to the right and then maintain that course.
Right now?
Yep. Okay, level back out. Beautiful. So yeah, like shoot like right along these lakes is where you want to go.
I see.
We don't want to get into his airspace without him telling us we can do so. They get angry when you do that.
Should I be climbing or should
you can be climbing, that's fine.
Okay.
You can level out if you'd like to. We can pull that back just a little. Okay, Broomfield Airport. ABJC. I like your frequencies. I would like your power.
6 or Bravo, left Alpha 5 or 6, ground point 7.
Left at 6, Alpha 5, 65, Skywind 60 Bravo, and over to ground. Thank you.
Or 6 or Bravo, you're flying a Cessna mile-and-a-half final, running 12 left, cleared for the option, then flare on a heading.
Traffic in sight, no factor. I see that guy.
Metro Tower, Copter 143, Alpha Papa, is about a mile south of Erie, inbound for hover work on runway 21.
Can I see on this display how high he is, or not really?
Continue, I'm going to call you back. Or 6 or Bravo, Tower, how do
Can I see it, or can I not?
You're at 8,200.
But his, the other person?
He's right level with us, but he's back behind you. He's not a factor.
Okay.
Echo, you're all outside the Delta.
I have eyes on him.
Okay.
47 Echo.
Bravo, number 2, cleared for the option.
Or 6 or Bravo, 12 left.
1-2 left.
Just going towards the lake, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Shoot just to the right of that lake over there.
Traffic ahead, running 12 left, clear to land.
12 left, clear to land, 17 Yankee.
Alligator 143 Alpha, approach your discretion for runway 3, north of Bravo 3, clear to land, then hover work approved.
Approach my discretion, runway 3, north Bravo 3, cleared to land, hover work approved, 143 Alpha Papa.
Fast Jack 20, you're following a Cessna turning base, running 12 right, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, number 2, following Cessna base, fast track 20. Then runway 12, right, fast track 20.
Cessna 8 Sierra Papa, Cessna off the base parallel.
Roger, 8 Sierra Papa.
Cessna 3 Sierra Bravo, Skyhawk off the base to the parallel.
Looking for the traffic. Return to Bravo.
Sierra 522, Alpha 5, ground point 7.
Alpha 5, ground point 7, Macara 522.
Doing wonderfully. So basically what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to stay outside that blue dotted line.
Because that's already airspace of the airport?
That's the airspace of the airport.
The one that we...
That's the one we departed from, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like I have definitely lost sense of location at this point.
We passed under us going this way earlier today. Now we're passing this way. Last time we turned right and went up north. Now we're going to go south.
Kind of nice to have the University of Boulder as like a land park.
Yep.
Very red.
For me, the nice thing is the mountains. The mountains are always west.
That helps.
I have never been lost in an airplane. It's never happened to me because I've always flown someplace for anywhere I was going.
This 17 Yankee, there's a Cessna on the opposite base for the parallel runway.
Metro Tower, cap 508, 10 miles to the north with Zulu inbound for landing 121.
117 Yankee has traffic in sight. Cap 508, Metro Tower, enter left base, new 12 left.
Enter left base for 12 left, cap 508.
Metro ground, or Metro Tower, Skyhawk 75775 and 12 left for northbound departure.
If you look over to your left, you can see the runway and those lights.
Stand by, 12 left, 75.
Those 4 lights are precision approach lights. They switch between white and red, depending on your attitude to the runway.
Oh, so they help you kind of like hit the red edge?
Yep. So the mnemonic is white with white, you'll fly all night. Red with red, and you're dead. If it's all red, you're too low. What the hell was that?
I don't know. What was that?
My aircraft? I'm gonna go look.
Okay. That was weird.
What happened?
We don't know. We saw something.
Was it a skydiver?
I don't think so.
Patrick 20 out traffic in sight.
What are we looking for?
Yeah. I don't know what the hell that was.
Was some flying, but we don't know what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I spotted it again. Is that a balloon?
I think so, yeah. I think it's a balloon.
They're a kite.
Okay, I stepped.
Huh.
Hold on.
That was weird.
Good eye.
Was it a balloon?
I guess. Your airplane.
My airplane.
Your airplane.
Take off.
That was weird.
Yeah, I was concerned for a moment.
That's fast track 20, I'll be full.
No, good eye on you.
Fast track 20 rider. Race your pop and once you're right, for the option.
12 right, cleared for the option. 8 Sierra pop up.
Race your Bravo, number 2, change me 12 right, clear for the option.
Change 12 right, 12 right, clear for the option. 33 X-ray Bravo.
Cat 508, fly south and join the midfield, left downwind. I'm going to call your base.
And I believe you said turn south, and you'll call the base for cap 508.
Cat 508, turn south, join midfield, left downwind. Tower will call base.
All right, we'll turn left. Join the midfield downwind. Tower.
115.4.
Fast track 20, you still get your 12 flight test in sight.
Okay, here we go.
Got traffic in sight. Fast track 20.
Fast track 20, outside their pattern, change me 1 to left, me 1 to left, clear to land.
Okay. What is this now?
Hold on.
Your pattern, change 12 left, 10 clear to land 1.
I'm tuning us.
And Rocky Tower, Columbia Niner Hotel Whiskey, just left the run-up area.
So we are heading
Hotel Whiskey, Mr.
west from this navigational beacon that I've tuned us to. And as we continue south, you're going to see this needle move over because we're moving off course from it.
I see.
That's that navigational beacon back at the airport.
Oh, okay. So you use this when you want to come in?
Yep. If you want to fly straight to an airfield,
I see.
we'd put the heading we want to approach from here and then make that needle be centered.
Got it.
That's how we used to fly. Back in my day. Uphill, both ways, in a snowstorm.
I was about to say, it must have gotten a lot easier with GPS, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like just this having this display helps me a ton.
Yep.
On the east side of 287 for inbound traffic.
But the problem is exactly as you pointed out, what happens if I lose it?
Yeah.
Which for me, honestly, at that point I'm going to turn towards the airfield. I know the frequencies to tune to.
Do you have to practice flying without it when you get your license, or?
Nope.
Okay.
I asked my instructor, I went, ma'am, I'm comfortable flying without the GPS, but, you know, I've been flying with it, so what do you want me to do? And she told me to fly like I was comfortable. I went, okay.
Okay.
And so I made sure to demonstrate to her that I knew how to use this.
Cap 50, you're flying a Skyhawk 2 miles final from the south side, running 12 left, clear to land.
That's following the hills, is that cool?
That's fine by me.
Okay.
Alright, Sierra Papa, request really right traffic.
Making the turn now, 8 Sierra Papa. Metro Tower, Cessna 117 Yankees holding short, runway 12 left.
Cessna 117 Yankee, rudder, go on final, hold turn 1 left.
Holding short, runway 12 left, 117 Yankee.
Alright, Niner Hotel Whiskey, traffic off your right is a Cessna, they're staying in the pattern, right turn west approved.
Niner Hotel Whiskey, right turn to the west approved.
Cessna 8 Sierra Papa, runway 12 right, clear for the option.
Runway 12 right, cleared for the option, 8 Sierra Papa. Metro Tower, Copter 143, Alpha Papa, hover work complete. Would like to hop inside and browse back to the ramp.
Sierra Papa, your discussion for the ramp.
Thank you, sir. 143, Alpha Papa.
Cat 508, your traffic's behind your left wing now, short final, base your discretion.
Oh, is this Denver that we're seeing?
Pardon?
Is this Denver? Like the skyline?
Yep, Denver is, yep, forward to the right.
I see.
Helicopter.
Oh yeah.
Red, kind of passing under our wing right now, Laura.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't show up, right? Does he?
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, that's him? Okay.
Whiskey for flight.
He's 1,000 feet under us.
6.1, for stand approved.
126.1, non-hotel Whiskey.
Freaking little death boxes, those things.
I gotta say, like, went for this helicopter ride in San Francisco, and that was like way more bumpy than flying this airplane. Like, I feel much safer in here, honestly.
Well, the thing is, this prop could fall off right now, and we would have no problems in the world. It's like, okay, I'm going to declare it my aircraft. We have a beautiful roadway down here. We might be able to make it back to the airport. Maybe. Probably not. Here, I'll show you something. My aircraft?
The aircraft?
My aircraft. So I'm going to put this into a 10-degree angle of bank. You see where that wingtip meets the ground?
Yep.
That's my glide slope.
Oh, that far?
If you draw that circle all the way around us, that's how far we could glide to right now in an emergency. So if I had an emergency, I do 4 things. Aviate, navigate, evaluate, communicate, and always in that order. So my first responsibility is always to the operation, safe operation anyway, of the aircraft. Making sure we're not going to hit something, making sure we're safe. Navigate, get me somewhere safe. Okay, I'm going to start looking for roadways to put down on. I got a big flat mesa up here. That looks kind of nice to land on.
How much runway do you need? Kind of like come to a stop?
I could land in like 100 feet if I needed to.
Okay, so very little.
Yeah, I could plant this thing in an amazingly short distance in a pinch. Now, we're all going to be very angry about that landing. I probably want like 1,000 feet. But you can land very, very short.
Okay.
If you get enough wind, it's 0. I mean, depends.
Is this where the Loft office is?
Look straight down.
Ah, yeah, nice.
That office complex right down there.
King 395 Alpha Mike, Metro Tower, yep.
Ah.
Okay, Matthias, I'm going to let you take back control, if you like.
Yep.
Your aircraft.
My aircraft.
Your aircraft.
Metro Tower, AirTac 395 Alpha Mike is 13 northwest, landing with Alpha.
AirTac 395 Alpha Mike, Metro Tower, keep the speed up, straight in, only 1 left, clear to land.
1 left, clear landing.
So, do you guys like beer?
Yeah, sure.
Speed up, that'll work.
What do you think of Coors beer?
What is it?
Coors?
I don't think I had that.
I think I tried it once.
Oh, the very you know, large brand one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that good.
That's the bottling plant right underneath us.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
It's like big long complex that snakes along the riverway and the railroad.
Yeah.
That's the Coors primary bottling plant.
Cross on our discretion, 17 Yankee.
It's weird. Apparently Canadians like it. I don't know why.
It's very light beer, isn't it?
Sir,
Yeah.
I've heard it's like basically drinking piss water.
ready to go 12 left.
I don't drink, so I don't know, but I don't hear good things about it.
Okay, 12 left, runway heading, clear for takeoff, Papa, Quebec.
There's also a fun little railroad museum down there. I love that place.
12 left, multiple aircraft south pattern for the parallel.
Clear land.
Yeah, straight ahead of us is the city of Denver.
Yep.
Kind of down to our right, there's a roadway leading back up towards the mountains.
Oh, yeah.
That's I-70. That's the
Oh,
corner
that's where
of...
we came from.
Ah,
Yep.
yeah.
Sofia.
It was very horrible traffic.
Yeah, that's I-70.
Don't look that busy now.
For the parallel, running 1.
Yeah, not down here it doesn't.
Runway 12 right, cleared for the option, 8 Sierra Papa. Tower 2117 Yankee, we're going to be doing a go-around for training purposes on this next one, and then one full stop. That next one will be a full stop terminate, just for your planning.
17 Yankee copy, report the King are now 5 miles on website.
We'll do that.
You're much more consistent now.
Yeah, it definitely has gotten easier. Like, originally I was very freaked out, I gotta tell you.
5 Quebec, stay direction of
It's fine.
We'd like to depart to
Yeah, you get used to it for sure.
5 Quebec.
5 Quebec, left turn out northwest approved.
Left turn to the northwest, 5 Quebec.
5 Alpha Mike, either express, good spacing.
We got Southwest 1828 flying this way over our head. We're going to get to see him fly right over us.
Is a like blue line coming up? Is that something?
So that's Denver's airspace. We don't want to go into it.
Like, I'll turn right then, okay?
Okay.
Clear for the option.
Number 2, clear for 12 left.
We got like 4 nautical miles between us and it. We got plenty of room.
King are now 2 miles.
I've cut closer than that.
Roger, look for traffic gauge, Sierra Papa.
Business 3 X-ray Bravo, number 2, running 12 right, clear for the option.
Number 2, 12 right, cleared for the option, 3 X-ray Bravo.
Scarface Alpha is current altimeter 3025, wind calm.
And so yeah, about 10,000 feet over our heads right now is a Southwest passenger air flight.
Oh, is that the one that we see?
Yep. Oh no, sorry, that's another guy. I don't know where this... this map is not going to show you anything that's too tall or underneath you because it's not worth showing you. It's not a factor. It's only showing stuff... That guy was 2,000 feet below us, headed this way. I don't see him yet, but I'm not worried about him.
Okay.
0 Tango Mike.
The 2,000 feet below us, you just see on your iPad, or do you see it on this display?
That's 2,300 feet under us.
Got it, okay.
And he's descending, because that's what the arrow says.
Oh, okay, so...
It doesn't tell us how fast, just that he's going down.
So the distance I can only see from the circle.
Yep.
Sierra 55 Quebec, range
You want?
final, so you're outside the Delta, frequency approved.
Roger that, we'll stay north till we're outside the Delta, and frequency...
How do I clear this stupid navigation? Flight plan. Menu.
5 Alpha Mike, thanks for the help. Alpha 5, ground 7.
Alpha 5, ground point 75, Alpha Mike.
There we go. Stop giving me navigation information that I'm not going to follow.
The Jet 530 Tango Mike, hurry up.
Yes, sir. Just about ready to call you. We're at 7,500 and we're about 8 miles to the south. Going to enter right downwind for a run.
So somewhere down here, there's this really cool like amphitheater off to our right, and I don't remember where it is.
All right, cancel the altitude restriction. You're going to call the base 520 Tango.
Is it in the mountains or in the hills?
It's in the hillsides. There's these big rock formations around it. It's called the Red Rocks Amphitheater. It's a really cool place to go to see concerts and stuff like that. I just never go there.
I think I've heard about this.
Something over there, but it doesn't really look like a...
At least a parking lot. Right. Like right there.
Maybe that's it. That might be Red Rocks. I'm not sure. Nope, that's definitely it. That's definitely
That's
it. Yep, that's the Red Rocks Theater.
It's a super cool venue.
Sierra Papa, flyer heading.
Yeah, it's like nestled
wow.
on all those rock formations.
So cool.
Runway ahead.
Yeah.
Sierra Papa.
The unfortunate thing is it's slowly being destroyed by the concerts. They're playing too loud and the decibels will actually damage the rock. Oops, sorry.
What? Okay, wow, that's a weird problem to have.
Yeah.
Discretion 530 tank line.
So Nature Papa, 3 miles south here is the beast head, joining the downwind ahead of you.
Metro Tower,
We got 2 aircraft calling me. So 17 Yankee copy to go around to Nature Papa. Did you have traffic in sight?
Negative, looking for traffic, 80 Papa.
Nature Papa, you can make right traffic now at your discretion. They'll be well ahead of you.
Right traffic, our discretion, 80 Papa.
Wind calm. And beast head 0 tank Mike.
Can I fly a right turn here?
Actually,
Oh, bad idea.
do a left.
Number 1 now.
So start a left, yep, left turn.
530 tank line.
Sorry, you got plenty of space.
Listen, 170 Yankee crosswind at your discretion. You're following a beast head on the south side.
I'll cross it, discretion, follow
So you see this pink line?
117 Yankee.
I want you to follow it.
This is Nate Sierra Papa, established on the downwind. You'll see the
18, dew point -1, altimeter 3025. Visual approaches are in use, landing parting runway 12 left and runway 12 right. Notice to airmen. Use caution for cranes within the vicinity of Metro Airport. Hazardous weather information available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact, you have information Alpha.
Beautiful.
Actually, you can fly a much tighter turn than I thought.
Yep, so one of the things my flight instructors have me practice is what's called the impossible turn. It's you get up, go to slow airspeed, and then we're trying to make a turn back to a runway we just departed from. And it's to teach you the capabilities of your aircraft.
Okay, so it's a very, very tight turn, basically.
Yep. It is an oh shit, we need to survive turn. So I've cut a little bit of your throttle right now. The intention is we want to drop to like 8,000-ish feet. And we're going to gently drop over time.
Let's just follow this purple line now?
Yep.
Okay.
So this line right here will tell you which direction you need to go. If it's over on the left, you chase the line.
I see.
And if it's over on the right, we chase the line that way. What this is doing is it's taking us straight back to our home airport. We have about an hour left before our reservation's up.
I see.
It's going to take us a little bit to clean and fuel the aircraft. So we're going to come back and we're going to do our landing.
Okay.
That lake in front of us is a really good waypoint. You can just visually chase that guy down. It'll lead us straight to our airfield.
Okay.
170 Yankee, contact turbulence, 1 to the left, clear to land.
1 to left, clear to land, 117 Yankee.
They'll lose altitude automatically because we have kind of like reduce the throttle.
Yep.
Okay. Is that the main way you do it? So you don't really pull push the nose down, you just...
Yep. What we did earlier, that slip maneuver we did, was a little bit outside the norm. It was like, hey, I want to get us down to be able to see this, and I want us to circle around a bunch. It was like, hey, let's just push us down. Now we're going to do a nice, gentle descent all the way towards it. We also don't want to lose altitude that we don't have to. We're at 10,000 feet right now, but we only got to be at like, I think, 7,500 for pattern altitude. Pattern altitude at this airport is 6,000. Go on the big hand, halfway between the 6 and the 7.
I see.
So we're like 4,000 feet above where we have to be by the time we get there.
Definitely gets a much quieter now.
Right?
Yeah.
Any pilot will tell you that the primary purpose of the propeller is to keep the pilot cool. Because when it stops, we start sweating.
Parallel.
Over Denver's pretty...
Oh, Denver's a gorgeous little city. And you are perfectly on course, sir.
It's actually amazing. I love this. I'm actually much more relaxed now than first time.
Good.
So, getting there.
Okay, so I'm going to let you fly this thing until you don't feel comfortable anymore. So we're going to let you fly up to the point where you're like, okay, you fly from here.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't want to do that.
That's fine, but you can bring us most of the way to the runway. It's not that hard.
How much do you have to work the pedals? Like, I don't actually want to do it. I'm just wondering how much you're currently doing.
I'm not doing too much. I'm just kind of chasing this ball around.
Okay.
I just step on whichever direction it goes. Like, that's me a little bit right, okay, a little bit left.
Okay.
And I'm settled, I'm not doing much.
So it's just keeping the thing on course, or how?
It's keeping us coordinated. so that the aircraft is moving straight through the stream. The idea being, if the wings suddenly stall, I want them to stall together. I want our nose to go straight down.
I see.
Because if this wing stalls before that wing stalls, it'll flip the aircraft over into a spin.
Then you're done.
I can recover from that.
You can recover?
But you two are going to be really pissed at me if we go through that.
I think there's a fire. Do you see that?
I see that.
Where?
Forward to the right.
Ooh, wow, yeah.
Very, very...
Oh, yeah. Like a burning building.
That's something we have to be aware of, or?
No, no factor to us. Okay, you're at 8,700, good descent.
Okay.
We're going to continue this descent on forward. Your map back.
Yep.
This 170, you left Alpha 5, ground point 7.
Yes, we're going to do a little bit of a left turn. Right, again, we're going to chase that lake down.
Okay.
Fair 06 Juliet, northeast approved, running 12 left, cleared for takeoff.
Is it the case that we're slower, like you
next in
kind of like thrown around more by the wind?
Right, it's just, we're over a more dynamic area.
Okay.
We're going over grass fields and roads, grass fields and roads, grass fields and roads. You just get air currents.
I see.
Okay, so we're going to do our initial call out to,
There's another airplane, but I guess it's like...
Yep, we're good. No factor.
Right, clear for the
He's in the airspace, so we don't have to care about this much anymore.
Okay.
Anyway, we're going to call out to this guy and start talking to our tower.
Bravo, north approved, runway 12 left, cleared for takeoff.
Metro Tower, Cessna 513 Romeo.
Cessna 513 Romeo, Metro Tower.
513 Romeo is about 8 nautical miles south of your airfield, information Alpha, inbound full stop.
Number 513 Romeo, Metro Tower, roger. Proceed direct Stanley Lake, continue your descent for pattern.
Direct Stanley Lake and then descent for pattern, 38 Romeo.
So he wants us to fly straight to that lake. So
okay.
put the nose straight towards the water.
Altitude-wise, are we good, or?
Yep, we're good. We're at 7,700.
Going over Tequila, Metro Tower, north approved, runway 12 left.
How high do we want to
do
be?
one more loop, and when this big hand's between the 6 and the 7, we're good.
I see.
A little bit more of a left turn.
Cessna 530 Romeo, try at 12 o'clock,
so.
5 miles of Cessna in the right crosswind. You'll be following them in right traffic, 12 right.
We'll follow traffic for 12 right, 3 Romeo.
Number 3 extra Bravo, number 2, and 12 right, cleared for the option. Number 3 extra Bravo, roger, on the go, flyer no heading. This is the Romeo, tribes 12 o'clock, now 3 miles, crosswind to downwind at 6,400.
Traffic in sight, 3 Romeo.
3 Romeo, follow them, running 12 right, clear to land.
Following traffic, clear to land, 12 right, 3 Romeo.
So we already cleared to land?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Following that dot in.
06 Jet, for exchange approved. There's 07 Pop Echo, Metro Tower, number 1, hold train 12 left, to wait
Have that guy in sight.
Alright,
You're good.
your Bravo, request you turn north as soon as you can.
Okay, so continue flying. Do you see the tower?
Yep.
Fly straight towards him.
Are we gaining?
A little bit. I don't like going down over a big lake of water. That's just not a good place to be.
Alright, 5-6 Romeo, exit Metro Tower, pull up on the citation. Citation 307 Pop Echo, passing 6,700 feet, turn left, heading 010, runway 12 left, clear
Okay,
takeoff.
I think transfer to
My aircraft.
your aircraft.
My aircraft. You did awesome, sir.
That was great.
What I'm doing right now is I'm bringing us in.
6 Bravo, for exchange approved.
I'm bringing us into pattern with everyone else.
Okay.
So we're at the right altitude, 6,600-ish. We're following that guy. He just turned base on us.
So those,
Kilo, traffic 12 o'clock and a mile, 6700 northbound Diamond.
those guys are approaching.
Pardon?
Those are,
6 Romeo X-ray, left turn out northwest approved, 21-2 left, cleared for takeoff.
are they going to land? Or,
Yep.
okay.
He basically told us, follow the guy ahead of you.
I see.
Play follow the leader. Okay, I can play follow the leader.
This is the direction that you're going, like counterclockwise versus clockwise, always the same, or is it agreed upon?
It depends.
Okay.
So he put me into a right pattern, is what he's done. I have the traffic ahead of us in sight, we're following him.
I see.
So because we're in a right pattern, this is a little bit weird for me, just because I'm not really used to it. I'm going to hand you my iPad.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm used to flying left. Like NASCAR, left turn, left turn, left turn. Americans love our left.
Echo, squawk 3763.
So we're getting anti-parallel with the runways, which is good.
Today 7 Pop Echo, can I dim departure?
So I'm not going to pull throttle until that plane is abeam us, because I have to follow him in, so I don't want to catch up to him.
Kilo, free stand approved.
So we're going to fly straight here until he crosses under my wing. At that point, I'm going to begin my approach procedures. That means we're going to start by reducing our throttle and doing one full turn of up trim. We're going to be approaching at about 75 knots today. We're going to mix in our first 10 degrees of flaps. Right there.
Cessna Sierra Papa, following Cessna, turning base, turning 1-2 right, clear for the option.
And he just wanted me to turn base, basically, so we're turning base. Again, 20 degrees of flaps.
Yeah, definitely tell.
Yep.
Getting a little warmer in here.
Yes, we lose about 2 degrees per 1,000 feet. 2 degrees Celsius per 1,000 feet. Okay.
Cessna 3X Bravo, north at your discretion.
So I'm like really stomping on that foot pedal this time because we need to stay coordinated. This is the most dangerous portion of flight, landing. Now we are high because I see white with white. That's okay, we have a lot of flaps, we're going to be able to bleed that off.
Alright, Sierra Papa, on the go, southeast approved.
I am off the brakes, I am just on the bottom of the foot pedals right now. You're at completely idle throttle.
Or 56 Romeo X-ray, traffic 12 o'clock, 2 miles, Warrior 7000, recommended 10 degree left turn to avoid. Or 6 Romeo X-ray, either increase your climb rate or 10 degrees left.
There's that red light, beautiful.
Number 6 Romeo X-ray, you're out from underneath the Bravo now. You can climb your discretion. The Warrior's still 12 o'clock, 7200. That climb rate will put you well above him. Free exchange approved.
That's a lot of shimmy.
Cessna Romeo, first left turn, runway 3, hold turning 1-2 left.
Left turn on 3, Romeo.
That was a lot of shimmy.
What is shimmy?
Just like the front wheels and blah, 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 blah.
I see.
So that's going to be a report that we're going to make. Told me to take a left turn on 3 and hold short of 1-2 left. So we're going to come up here and we're going to turn left onto runway 3.
Tower 3 at Romeo, should I remain frequency?
State Romeo, this frequency, cross runway 12 left and ground point 7 north side.
Crossing 12 left, 3 at Romeo, and then ground on point 7.
Number 3XC Bravo, frequency approved.
Well, I like asking questions. It gets me priority.
0620 Charlie, much you ready to go?
So he's giving me permission to cross this runway, which we are going to do. Active runway, so I don't want to wait here, so we're going to kind of floor it.
0620, Echo Charlie Metro Tower, north approved, runway 12 left, cleared for takeoff.
Okay. After this line here, this is where I'm legally exiting the runway.
I see.
Okay. So we are now legally off the runway. We're now going to clean the aircraft up. So we're going to bring our flaps back up. And we're going to tune back over to ground.
Are you still under control of the tower now?
Yep.
Metro Ground 3 Romeo is with you at the intersection of 3 and Alpha, looking to taxi to the self-serve pump.
Cessna 5138 Romeo Metro Ground, taxi via Alpha Romeo 6.
Alpha Romeo 6, 3 Romeo.
So he just told me I'm allowed to go left and then right into the self-serve pump. We're going to go top it off for the next guy. So when we cross this line, that line was me leaving a runway. This line is me leaving the movement area.
Oh, you can do whatever?
I can do whatever I want. I'm no longer under the immediate control of Tower. Now, if Tower told me to do something, I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
But it's just that he doesn't, like, tell me to do stuff anymore. Do you see my shadow? I make sure it doesn't touch their shadow, and we can't hit stuff. Okay, so we're about to lose your headsets.